Set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7.
Throwing Jones. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially. The finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Burrow going to keep it running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
11. 15 the mic. I got 15. Let's go one more.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
To throw is Kaepernick. Rolling to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Colin Kaepernick. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
6-0 our score after 1. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
11 MT. Right here.
Play action. It's Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And this is caught at the 8. Touchdown! Tyler Boyd. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Bengals are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Flushed out right.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time through the interception in the red zone.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll start with the option.
1st down and much more here for Jones. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Daniel Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Kaepernick to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A handoff to Barkley on the option.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Kaepernick. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, Kaepernick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Burrow from his own end zone. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Thomas. 12. Hey, King.
Back to throw now in his own end zone.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Kaepernick now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 33. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Once again, they run with Mixon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On 1st down, Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Kaepernick looking to throw, 3rd and 2. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. On 2nd and 15 now. Jones escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. And they go play action now. Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. It got his man complete. Trotty. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch. Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Play action. Now Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. That's caught by his tight end, Isaac Nauta. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Kaepernick now to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And in for the Steelers touchdown. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Trey Hendrickson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Boswell's kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing, Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
11.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Mike 15. Get ready.
11.
Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right?
Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that,